Oh, wait, there's a clip here. Hold on. 5 on, times 2. Hold on, a little spawn rush real quick. Hold on. Oh, 6 on. What the? I just pulled up my scoreboard. I think I said a 6 on times 3, but pulled up my scoreboard in the middle. What was that? What am I doing? I don't even, that was like my best clip I've ever hit. Okay, so I just loaded up a game of BO6 because I had a crazy story time I wanted to tell you guys, but look at this. I forgot the last time I played. Well, I was recording a video trying to play in the lowest settings, so you know what, I'll change it after this game. Don't worry, the whole video won't be like this. Look, it's causing me to miss shots. Yeah, actually, honestly, if I'm going this hard with the 30 FPS and like low graphic settings, I think I'm gonna give myself a challenge this video and either try to level up this Barrett or get dark matter, or even hit a clip with it on no scoping only, because I'm pretty sure this Barrett is pretty good no scopes. And you guys also didn't read the title wrong. I'm not exaggerating. Today, I'm telling you guys the story about the time I had a stalker. In real life, this isn't like a COD stalker or anything. But if you guys want more story times like this, drop a like to let me know. And also, is this the strat? The kamikaze impact grenade bombing? Holy shit. But yeah, if you guys want more storytime videos like this, drop a like to let me know. I'm not the best at doing them live. I always get distracted by my gameplay when I'm going off. So that's why after this game, I'm going to limit myself to no scopes. Look at that. I did all this on 30 FPS. I said all this like it was like more than 3 kills, but hey, finally getting attachments. Alright, let me change these settings back down real quick. So this story all starts around the time of my senior prom in high school. Holy shit, already I hit no scope. Okay, this no scope, or this Barrett is pretty good for no scopes apparently, huh? Oh my god. Well, okay, I'm not gonna get distracted from telling my story time. I'm actually gonna lock in on it. I'm not gonna freak out over no scopes. Like I said, this all starts around the time of my senior prom in high school. I didn't go to my junior prom. Honestly, I wasn't about it in high school. I was more of like, hello there. What the hell? I was going to parties and stuff early, and my main friend group went to a different school, so not gonna lie, I knew people in my high school, but I didn't really care to go. But one of my best friends, like from that friend group, was older. He's a few years older, but his girl was like the grade above me. She did hair and makeup as like a job. So she did some popular junior girls makeup, like the grade under me, and she apparently wanted to go to senior prom after she went to junior prom too. Holy shit. She was looking for a date, so my boy and his girl both convinced me to send it with this random girl I didn't know to my senior prom. I'm gonna call this girl Lauren for the sake of this story, but I'm not using anyone's real name or anything. But yeah, I wanted to know who I was going to prom with, so I got her added on Snap and we hung out that week, just as friends, nothing serious at all. But on one of the days we were hanging, some kid who's a year or two older than me, let's call him Jared for the sake of the story, he hit her up on Facebook Messenger. What the fuck? I'm going off of these no-scopes. Okay, I'm not gonna get distracted. He hit her up on Facebook Messenger and said some weird shit. This was like 7 years ago now, so I can't find the messages or anything like that. I don't even talk to the girl anymore, but I believe he asked if he could send her like $25 for feet pics. That's the one part I might be off about. Regardless, though, it was some weird shit, especially because bro was like 20 and she was probably 16. I was 17 at the time, and I graduated young. She was in the grade under me. Maybe she was 17, I don't know. But I don't know what my plan was. I think I was trying to be like Captain Save-A-Ho or something. Nah, all jokes aside, I didn't actually have any interest in this girl like that at all. But I decided to add bro on Facebook, who was weird to her, and I think I was gonna like press him about it, or like say something, I don't know. He didn't accept my friend request though, and totally forgot about him. But I guess he actually did accept, but it was like months or weeks later or something. That's all the week of prom at the end of my senior year. Keep in mind, I barely know any of the people involved in this. Like, I didn't know that kid Jared at all. Oh, what the fuck, Colette? Didn't even know the girl I went to prom with that Jared was hitting up. But this all leads into something. Okay, I'm gonna put on better attachments for no-scoping, and then, you know what, since they're better, I'm gonna be expecting to hit them, and then I'm not gonna be nerding and getting distracted. Okay, so fast forward to September, I start college, and then fast forward again to spring, my freshman year of college. This is when the story like really starts. So basically a year after my senior prom. And I actually found all these messages. I was reading them right before I started recording this video. It's what made me want to do it. And I was like, oh my god, I have to tell you guys. I only saw my side of the messages, unfortunately. Wait. No-scope triple? What? Dude, that went right through him. I know 2-way AFK, but that could have been a no-scope triple. All no-scope quad feed too? What is this lobby? But yeah, all of this kid's messages are blank, I think from his account being deleted. And by this kid, I mean the stalker, but we'll get into that. Maybe I'd be able to recover them somehow. I don't know. I have my side, and I remember all of this very well. So I can tell you this all started on the night of, let me look, March 28th, 2019. I had to reference that real quick. I have it up on my other monitor. So I wasn't back in the community at all at this point. I had still fully quit, hadn't made a video in like 3 years, and some kid, this is the stalker, we're gonna call him Brian. He messages me on Facebook, and even though I don't have him added, because that's what my privacy settings were like, he was able to message me. and he was like, hey, can we talk? 2 different messages. And I remember looking at this kid's profile, and hey, I'm not saying I'm a male model or the most handsome guy, but this kid looked crazy. Like, I'm talking, his hair is all over the place. Like, he had bad head, he had a crazy puby looking neck beard, but mainly just like those insane people eyes. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you go look at like a true crime mugshot, or just so many of these nut jobs all have like the same deranged eyes. If you know, you know. And I think I was with the homies or something. Oh, I got gold. But yeah, I think I was with the homies, and I had one of them with me, like trying to mess with this kid. Or I've just changed. Oh, what the fuck? Another collat, dude. I'm gonna hit a no-scope triple eventually. Yeah, I think I've just changed. This isn't how I'd approach the situation at all now. Oh my god, bro. Holy shit, why are these hitting? Yeah, I replied to his message, the hey, can we talk? With a corny, my mom told me not to talk to strangers. Was that another collat? He sends a few more messages, I think, asking if he can get to know me or something, and I replied, nah. And then he goes, let's hang out. And I go, who the fuck are you? Laughing emoji, because like, why would I hang out with some random messaging me on Facebook? No like mutual friends or anything. But we did have one, because then he goes, how do you know Jared? And I'm like, who? Keep in mind, Jared is the kid who I added on Facebook to press, because he was being a weirdo to the girl that I went to prom with. And I genuinely didn't remember who that was, so I was like, I don't know Jared. And I really wish he didn't delete his account, or realistically, his ass probably got banned for some shit like this, I just know it. Shout out Zuck for doing the right thing, but... Hello? Hello? Okay, yeah, this kid sends more messages, like 3 more. And I remember the gist of them was like, but you have Jared added on Facebook, so you must know him. Then out of nowhere, he goes, so what do you drive? And obviously I wasn't going to tell this Randy Bob I don't even know, so I lied and I flexed on him hard. Keep in mind, this is 2019, so I had to hit him with a 2019 AMG C350. And I think he goes like, what does that look like, or send a picture or something, because I go fuck off and I stopped replying to him. And he messages like 4 more times over the course of a week, no idea what they said or anything. I think it was just, hey, can we talk? Because that's what this kid would always say. He was just, hey, can we talk? But eventually on the 4th message, I definitely was like explaining the situation to one of the homies or something and gave them my phone to reply. Or maybe it's me, I don't know, but I go, what do you want? But it was spelled W-A-T, and that's just not how I type. Like, I hate when people spell what like that. My god, dude, these no-scopes, you guys need to use this barrel for trickshotting. Okay, I'm looking over on my other screen, and it was 2:44 a.m. So you know what, maybe I was just fucked up one night and I replied to him, but he goes, I have a question. So I go, what is it? I'll say, what happened there with the door? But he goes, how do you know Jared? So I tell him the truth, like, I don't even know why I'm still interacting with this kid. I must have been so bored. But I tell him, I go, I don't even know Jared. Yeah, let me look over at the messages. So then he replies in the morning, goes, I have a question. And then the next day goes, it's important. Oh, here's the play of the game where I almost hit the triple no scope. But I was expecting to ask again about Jared, so I say, what? But then he actually starts asking about some of my Facebook posts that I have up selling shoes. Hold on, let me go over the spawn, rush, no scope, triple again. Oh my god, that almost lined up so perfectly. Hold on. Yeah, I decided to go over Nuketown. We're gonna scrap the no scoping idea. I'm not having any luck with the no scoping clip, so I'm actually gonna start aiming in. And I'm just gonna use this Barrett that I already got gold now. I know I said I was gonna go for dark matter or whatever, but hey, I wanna hit a clip this video. But yeah, I used to be in a bunch of sneakerhead communities and I was selling some shoes, so he asks what size shoe I am, and I say 10 to 11. There's some Necca lore for you guys, by the way. But he asks if I can get him a pair of some random shoe. Oh, hold on, there's a clip here. Hold on. Oh, quad feed? ×2, maybe ×3, I don't even know. But he asks if he can get some random shoes. Hold on, let me clip that. And I go, no, I only sell mine. And he asks what I have, so I tell him, which at the time were my Concord 11s and Toro 4s. Hold on, another clip. Oh, that could have been a Noskender. Side note though, I still miss both of those shoes. But he asks, can you meet? And I'm in class at the time in college, so I go, I can't at the moment. No reply from him, which is all good. To be honest, I didn't want this kid to reply. I knew all these conversations, well, they kind of seem pointless to you guys right now, but... And I can get to the point, trust me, they all lead up to something, and they come back into play at some point. So I'm in class again the next morning, and Brian messages me, and he goes, can you meet? I'm assuming, once again, for the shoes. Oh, what the hell? I said the wrong guy. Clip here. Oh my fucking, I keep choking, bro. I was better off no-scoping at this point. But this kid's a weirdo, so I say no. And good use of judgment on my part, because... Oh my god, dude, can I stop choking these clips? But yeah, Brian goes, why not? Oh, I just got diamond there. I didn't even realize. I was looking over my other monitor real quick to see. I'm trying to like reference these chats at the same time as I'm telling the story. So every time I die, I look over at a little bit more of the conversation. Yeah, he goes, why not? Can we hang out sometime? And I go, I don't know you. And he goes, so can I get to know you? Like, what? Dude, I'm mad at myself even replying. This was so cringe to read, but I think sometimes that I was just like trolling him. At this point, maybe I wanted to sell shoes. I don't even know. Oh my god, I'm going off. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm choking. These kids are bots, huh? But, oh my god. I reply again with just a simple no, because it wasn't that bad, but he replies instantly. He goes, why not? Like, fuck off, Brian. So I kind of snap finally, and I'm like, because you're hitting up other men to link and get to know them over Facebook. Like, hit up some girls or something, or go chill with Jared. Why don't you chill with Jared? And bro, saying that must have activated Brian like a sleeper agent. Like, I factory reset him to the start of his conversation, and I guess the whole point he even hit me up for, because he instantly goes back to, how do you know Jared? I was like, fuck. Oh, cross map tomahawk, or random tomahawk. But I go, I don't, but you clearly do, because like, why does he care so much about Jared? And he goes, why do you have him on Facebook then? And for some reason, I don't even know, but I explained myself to this Randy stalker kid. Not a stalker yet. That could have been a triple no scope. Holy shit. But yeah, this kid's interrogating me in my Facebook Messenger, and I answered him like, am I green? Why was I folding? Oh my god, I could have had another triple no scope opportunity there. Let me... something here? Damn. Well, I lied actually. Or, I didn't remember. Dude, what is this? What are the lobbies I'm getting? You know, I'm staying in stakeout. But I don't know why, but I still replied and I said, kid randomly added me on Facebook one day on some weird shit. And he goes, you should get to know him. He's great. Like, what is good with this, Jared? I don't even know. But I guess I was trying to get info here, or I was just fucking with him. So I go, so are you best friends? This dude really says yes, after he just said he didn't know him a few messages up. I want to say Brian's a straight up psychopath, but I might be worse for continuing to answer at this point. Hold on. Oh, I just walked in my own, I know there's gonna be comments from you guys like, why are you still answering him? And genuinely, I don't know, bro. You guys can judge me all you want for this. Like, I deserve it. So I go, just chill with him. And he messages back. And he's something like, he won't answer me. Like, I know why Jared won't answer you, buddy. Oh, what the hell? I think he said he won't hang with me. But I go, what a dick. And then I finally got bored. I think I stopped answering him. But then he messages me like 5 more times, dude. I don't answer any of those. And over the span of like a week, he messages me like another 4 times. He's like 9 messages deep at this point without me answering. Just, hey, can we talk? Just like nothing relevant. But this is where the story actually gets weird and I realize I have a stalker, like legitimately. So I finally reply after message 10 because I was at college once again. I didn't even mean to rhyme there. I used to go to the library in between classes to do homework and just like hang out instead of driving home because I only had like 45 minutes in between each class. And I didn't live on campus. I forgot to mention, this is when I was in community college before I transferred. So the reason I even replied is because he messages me, hello, the second I opened Facebook and he saw that I was active. What the hell? This dude have last stand? He just fumbled my clip. I could have like a 5 on or something. I don't even see anyone even use that. But yeah, I messaged back and I kind of call him out. I go, were you really just waiting to message me? Because I know he was. Realistically, he definitely maybe just saw I was in the list of online people, but it made sense to me and he's weird. So like, what the, dude, no, that could have been a no-scope triple. I don't even know what I just choked there. But yeah, he goes, no. And then this is 2019. Okay, this is years ago. Okay, nice. I'm held hostage. You know what? I can look over at my story now. So I hit him with the why the fuck you lying gif. And then he replies, I got shoes for you. Come by. I was like, huh? Obviously, I don't really believe him. He's a weirdo. So I go, let me see them. And he goes, if you come meet me, I'll show you them. So obviously I say, nah. And he goes, I'll give you an amazing deal. So I go, let me see them first and give me prices. And yeah, he goes, in person. So I go, nah, I'm straight. They're probably bunk New Balance if you're not trying to show me. Because like, get the fuck out of here, kid. But then he goes, I'll give you a pair for free if you meet me. So like, this kid's just trying anything to meet. I'm obviously never going to meet him at this point. At this point, I should have been hitting up that original kid, Jared, and finding out everything about this kid, Brian. Like, how does he even know him? What's their history or whatever? Why am I still messaging Brian back at this point? I go, what pair? You don't even got any shoes, I bet. Like, was I building a case on him or something at this point? Why was I? Oh my god. I forgot what he said to this. Probably some booty pair of kicks or something like that. But then he also goes, come by. And I go, come by to where? And he sends me some address from his town. And I knew it's his town because his Facebook. Hold on. Kind of going off. I forgot to mention, though, he lived like 40 minutes from me. Oh, we got Dark Matter. I said I was going to get Dark Matter this video, but I forgot to mention this kid lived like 40 minutes from me. I don't even know how he found me. Oh, now that I think about it, he definitely found me from Jared's Facebook friends, but I looked up this address and I just looked it up again. Still the same thing. It's literally hiking trails in the middle of like nowhere. I'm looking at this map and surrounded by all green, meaning like forests and wooded areas and shit. Like, bro is definitely plotting to do some bad shit to me or something like that, so... Oh my god, I'm choking clips. It could have been a wall bang, but I go, I'm good. Why do you even want to meet me so bad? Like, because genuinely, why? Like, why am I of interest to this dude, Brian? And then he says he also got some other shoe. I don't think he like tells me why he wants to meet, but I actually did want that shoe. I'm genuinely not gonna meet him for like any reason though. Maybe unless I'm squatted up multiple heads deep with my boys, but I go, I only got $20 on me. You got me that for those? Hold on, I'm kind of streaking up right now. I'm on an 11. I want to read these messages. Hold on, let me look over it real quick. Okay, read them while I reloaded. But I say, I only got 20 on me, you got me for that, for those, and he hits me with the plot twist, because at this point, I'm thinking this kid's like 10,000% just telling me anything I want to hear just to meet him. This is a good lobby, oh my god, I'm going off. I might drop my first nuke on the game. I think this is like my longest kill streak yet. I might need to lock in. Okay, to start the messages real quick. But he says, sorry, now we can't. So I'm like, damn, guess we can't meet then. Like, I actually didn't expect that. I really thought he was gonna try to. But then he starts begging. This kid literally goes, please, with multiple E's. Like, what? But I go, nope. Like, I literally have this kid on strings. He's dancing for me like a puppet at this point. I feel like the puppet master, El Presidor. But then he goes, what did you say you drove again? Like, what? A weird time to ask that, but I lie again. And I go, hold on. I actually think I could drop a nuke here. I just realized I'm on a 19. But I lie again, and I say 2019 Mercedes AMG C350. And he goes, send me a pic. Or I think something like that. I wish I could see the messages. I'm just going by my context clues, like my replies. But at this point, I'm supposed to be doing homework anyway, and I don't want to deal with Brian, so I stop answering him. Like I should have done a while ago. And I don't know what they said, but he messages me like 4 more times after that. Oh my fucking god, I'm dead. I don't know how I'm alive right here. I don't deserve to be. And I'm out of ammo. Please, 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 please. Oh my god. I'm on a 24. This is the longest kill streak I've ever been on. I don't think... Maybe I've got a 20, but I've definitely never got the 25. But yeah, he probably messages me saying like, hello, or his favorite line, can we talk? Oh yeah, look, I've never got a 25 kill streak. I just got the brutal killer thing. Yep, that's it. Pop up right there. They're all gonna be spawning here still. I need to get the nuclear real quick, then I'll finish my story, boys. I think you actually get a nuke for a nuclear too. Wait, quad feed for it? Oh my god, if I can get a fucking clip for the nuke. Oh my, not really, it faded, but come on, let me keep going, let me keep... Oh, I got the nuke, let's go! No clip, but hey! That's my first nuke on the game while I'm actually telling a story too. Oh my god, I know these kids suck, like look at them, but damn. Oh my god, there's actually a clip here too. Let me try to hit a clip, then I'll call him the nuke, and I'll finish this story real quick. I am hyped. Yeah, being the scholarly guy I am, you know, I'm locked into my homework, ignoring this bozo. I guess he's not much of a bozo after all. He's smarter than I'm the bozo. I can't even hit my shots, and I'm failing clips. Hey, quad feed. Kinda. Failing shots still, but... I mean, he's smarter, or at least knew more than I thought. Because let me know why I'm sitting there, doing my homework at this library table. Alone. It has 4 seats, 2 across from 2. And someone just sits down directly next to me. Doesn't ask if they can or anything. Not that they really have to. Doesn't have my name on it. But there's so many open seats in this library. And I look over at this kid, and he definitely looks a little familiar, but I don't put it together until he says it right in my face. Wait, I can't hit any shots now. I might need to call him this nuke. What is going on in this game? But yeah, I don't put it together until he says right in my face with his hot, nasty breath. I still remember he goes, why aren't you replying to me on Messenger, man? Oh my god, it's fucking him, guys. I should have put it together from the sociopathic guys right away. I was bugging this whole story looking back on it, but hey, I had reinforcement from the homies to like egg this on without knowing the kid at all, you know? Without knowing what type of timing he was on. But guys, I was shook. I don't know if I just never checked his Facebook. Like, I had showed him to multiple people when I told them about his weird messages before, so I don't know. I'm just calling him my nuke though. And while this is calling in, here, I'm gonna look over at the messages. Oh wait, actually the messages are over. I don't even have to look over at them anymore. Let me hit a clip while this nuke is going off. Oh wait, I forgot you like throw up your hand and stuff. I can't even get the kill. Hey, I actually didn't even really know that. I'd seen it on YouTube, but I've never dropped the nuke until now. Let's fucking go. 54 and 11. What a game during the story time. Yeah, the story's just getting good now, and I'm gonna keep playing. Normally I'd end the video on a bang like that, but guys, the stalker is literally in my face in person at this point. God damn, what a game. But anyways, maybe it just didn't say he went to my school on his Facebook, or I didn't have him added, so I couldn't see that info. But yeah, here he is in my face confronting me about why I'm not answering his Facebook Messenger. I could have just snapped on him, but we're in a quiet library, and I'm not gonna lie, when I met him in person, I instantly was like, oh shit, this kid's weird behavior might be explained by the fact he's like 99% likely to be special needs. I can't lie. So not gonna lie, I kind of blacked out during this part. Like, not actually blacked out, but I was so shocked in the moment, I wish I remember what I said exactly. Bro turned me like into his messages. I'm not remembering what I said now. Get it? Because his message is gone and I don't remember. Ha. Anyway, I think I actually didn't like tweak on him, but I actually didn't like tweak on him or anything. I was just like, hey, I'm trying to do my homework, man. Because I remember not trying to look at him or maintain eye contact, or I was just trying to look down at my homework so he knew he wasn't welcome. It was bothering me. Hold on, a little clip here. They're all AFK, but hey, split quad. Well, guys, this is what I deserve for caring about a split quad feed, because I stopped recording after that to save it for this video, and I forgot to start again, and I damn near finished my story, and now we're trying out the iron sights. That's an update from when I stopped recording, and it has been rough so far. But back to the story. I remember most of it because I just told it, but not gonna lie, I kind of forget this part bad. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of it now. But yeah, this kid is in my face now. He could have been there for like 3 minutes or 30 minutes. I don't remember. All I know is I was trying to get the fuck out of that situation, so it was probably quick. But like, I blacked out, like I said. But sadly, I think I actually had to do homework before my next class, so I got stuck with bro. It wasn't just like an excuse. Oh wait, there's a clip here. Hold on. 5 on, times 2. That was actually kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. If I was quicker, I would have had a 6 on, and wasn't bad, but hey, we got something. Probably the nicest clip I've hit this video. But yeah, I'm stuck with bro, like, confronting me at this point. I can't go anywhere. I have to get my homework done in that library before my next class. So he's interrogating me to my face, and I imagine he was just asking me about Jared or my car. Or actually, I think he was bringing up my shoes and telling me the ones I had on were fresh. So you know what? Shout out to him, actually. Now, I do remember I dipped on him somehow. Don't even remember how, but I was like, all right, man, nice meeting you. I got to get to class, and he wasn't letting me off that easy. I should say I tried to dip on him. Oh my god, I'm hitting another clip. I was just gonna look over. Yeah, I keep going to look over at the messages now, like there's something more on there. Now, this is all in person now. But yeah, he was calling me out, and he goes, wait, class is gonna start till like 11:30, or whatever time they did. I just made that up. I forget now. But my memory is ass in general now, especially about such a big event in my life. I don't know if I tried to like subconsciously block this out because it was so weirdly traumatic, or you know what, maybe it's all the weed over the past few years, or you know, the fact I'm gaming at the same time. But hey, at least I'm not as bad as whoever that was right there. Like, what were they doing? You know, at least I can still hit clips. I might be unk, but hey, probably gonna get play of the game too. Anyway, I made some excuse like, oh, I gotta go see my professor early, I had questions on the homework, and this kid really goes, oh, okay, I'll come with you so we can hang out after if she helps you quick. I never even said it was a woman professor, but he might have just like assumed, because a lot of them were. Or because there's something that happens later, I'm not as sure about that. But hey, there's my little 5 on times 2 kill cam. Maybe I stacked in there, maybe I multi to something. Not really a thing on BO6, I don't know, but that was pretty nice. Shout out to Squid Game. But yeah, I do forget how I ended up avoiding him right then, or even where I went before class, but I got out of there somehow, and the whole time I'm in my next class, I'm telling all my homies about this. Hold on, clip. Oh, almost got a quad feed. I think I might have not even got it on screen one time. Yeah, I'm telling all my homies about this, and like, bro, you should have fucked him up. Like, bro, let's bang this kid out. Like, you know, they're not having it. But I actually had plans with my homie Chris after class. Once again, not a real name, but he also had a class in the same exact building, so we would chill all the time after class, and we had a little system where we'd walk right out of the building together. But yeah, my car was right there, so I'd hop in, and then he would always park in like a different lot, a little bit farther away, but closer to his first class of the day. So he had like a 4/10 of a mile walk, something, but then we'd meet at my house. That seems irrelevant, but it actually matters. But I'm texting Chris during class about this, and we immediately link up right after in the campus building, and I'm talking about my stalker kid, and he's like, my boy Chris is asking what this kid looks, ooh, but he's like, what does this kid look like? So I can describe him, like, as we're walking through the parking lot. But I'm not even kidding, dude. I look ahead in the parking lot, and this kid is just waiting at my car. I don't even have to answer his question. I know the story seems all over the place, but keep in mind, as I said before in the beginning, I completely lied to him 2 or 3 times about what type of car I drove. Like, this wasn't even close. I was driving a Saab at the time. He knew my real car when I said I was driving the, a 2019 Benz. So I tell my boy, I was like, holy fuck, dude, that's legit him. I don't know how he knows my car. Like, as we were walking up to this kid. And my boy's like, oh shit, okay, like, play it cool, follow my lead, basically. So we essentially walk right past this car, so he doesn't know it's mine type deal. Like, Brian's literally waiting, like, or not in front of my car, actually at the back of my car. But yeah, we walk past, and as we do, this kid Brian stops me and goes, hi Matt, and he introduces himself to my boy Chris. Like, he literally thinks we're boys. But as we go to keep walking, he's like, this kid literally interrogates me. He goes, aren't you gonna get in your car? And I was like, huh? Like, what do you mean? That's not my car. Basically, like, and this motherfucker literally goes, that's the car you came in this morning, I saw you get out. I was like, what is this kid doing? But I was shook, dude. I was as shook as that kid just was when I fucking killed him while he was trying to destroy my sentry gun. How did bro know where I parked? I did park in the same spot every day, but how long had bro been watching me to know that? I'm still like shook thinking about that. How did he know? He clearly was watching at least that morning and recently enough to know where I'd be that morning. Like, it wasn't a one-time thing. I don't know, weird shit, man. I don't even like to think about it. It makes me uncomfortable. Gives me like Joe from You vibes. I think that's the show and the guy's name, right? Joe Goldberg. That sounds right. But yeah, Chris and I played off. We keep walking by, pretending it's not mine. I'm not gonna lie, Brian looks visibly confused when I keep denying us my car and keep walking. I actually kind of got him, but Bro didn't watch me long enough to expect me to have one of the boys with me, apparently. Get shit on. But after we're out of earshot, my boy Chris was like, dude, why did he want you to like take your car so bad? He must have like cut your brakes or slashed your tires or put something in your gas tank, because that was sketchy. So now I'm kind of tripping out, because Chris's original plan was just going to be to walk to this car, or walk to his car, and then drive me to mine. But when we go to do that, this maniac Brian is literally still standing in the middle of the parking lot, right behind my car. Like, he's blocking traffic even. I don't know if you guys remember how I described it before. It was kind of irrelevant, but like, I don't know, the way we had our little system where he'd like drive me back to my car and all that, or the parking lot. Oh my god, I just got shit on trying to describe that while I was playing. You know what? That's what I get for trying to tell a story at the same time. This is also my second time trying to tell it because I've recorded it before and wasn't recording. This is literally a whole different session, whole different day than half of that first recording. But hey, this story's long, it's not over yet. Hold on, let me make a little out of the map play real quick. I'm actually probably not gonna use the Barrett. I was gonna try to keep using it to finish out like the story time, make it an all Barrett video, but I actually want to play that new bullet map and I want to hit a clip with, oh my god, yeah, I'm getting fucking, yeah, I don't know, that Barrett isn't feeling right today. I was getting trigger lock or something, so I'm going with SVD for bullet, but yeah, story time. So my boy Chris was like, yeah, fuck that kid's a sketch, let's just leave your car and come back later. So we literally left my car on campus pretending it wasn't mine, and then we went and got lunch and we chilled with some of the other homies, and I think like 4 or 5 of us went back later that night when night classes were getting out just to check out my whip, you know, make sure all was good. And worst case scenario, if Brian was still there, oh, that could have been something, but if he was still there waiting for me lurking, well, they'd be there to either help me press him, or worse, if he tried some shit, you know, something sneaky. But luckily he isn't there, and he must have gave up at some point. Who knows when, I didn't care. All I knew is I had to get my car the fuck home and never park there again, not one time. Oh, little clip, and I miss every shot. Okay, quad feed, nice. But the next day, I leave early to basically park across campus, like from lot A to lot G type deal, just to avoid the situation, and luckily, I don't see him walking almost a mile to the building my class is actually in. Bro, honestly, I had me getting my exercise in. I bet like if I checked my health app on my iPhone, I was moving that day trying not to be late, but dude, I finally get to my class, and he's literally waiting outside it. Like, I should have known when I didn't see him on the walk there, but he's sitting on the bench outside of my class, and keep in mind, he is not in this class or anything like that at all. I've never had a class with him. I didn't even know he went to my college, and he's like, hey Matt, and I'm like, oh man, hey, I gotta get to class, sorry, you know, trying to be like friendly with it because I don't know what this kid's intentions are. But I go to walk in quick and he's like, hey, do you want to hang out after? And I'm like, oh, sorry man, I got work, or something like that. I'm pretty sure just like still trying to be nice at this point. And he goes, oh, at blank property group, right, which is where I work. He goes, oh, you're not at the golf course anymore, right? Keep in mind, he name dropped the exact company I work for and knew of my job 3 jobs before my current one. And realistically, he just got, oh my god. Sorry, was that a triple hit marker? Did I just, no. I think I just hit marked a triple ending 6 on. I got the 6 on, I think, maybe? Or a 5 on times 2 or something. I don't even know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at what I just hit or choked. I think I saw a white hit marker in there though. Damn. Hold on, let me go back to back real quick. 4, oh, damn. Not gonna lie, that distracted me, middle of the story, but yeah, keep in mind, he had name dropped like the exact place I was currently working at and knew of my old job, and realistically, I knew he just got these from my Facebook, but still, I was sketched the fuck out, and I actually think I denied this and said I got fired from there or something just to throw his ass off a little more. I mean, he probably knew anyway, considering he was at my class and never told him about, and it's a different class than the one I was going to when I first saw him the day before. Like, I had the same class schedule Monday, Wednesday, and then Tuesday, Thursday, but this was a Thursday, so it was like a totally different schedule than my Wednesday class. And it's not like he even followed me or remembered me from the day before. Split quad feed. Yeah, so he didn't like remember that class from the day before, so I finally pressed him a little bit at this point. Knew that I was gonna hit eventually. But I was like, yo, how do you know I was gonna have class here, bro? Oh my god. 5 on. Nice. Little pity 5 on. SVD iron set on bullet. I know it doesn't really count, but hey, easy clips. It's basically a bot lobby anyway. I'm just trying to tell a story here. But yeah, finally, after I press him a little bit, his answer to that, he legitimately goes to my face. He goes, "Oh, I memorized your schedule." Casually, like so casually. I should have punched him in the face, but I would never do that, YouTube, right? That's violence, and that doesn't go against their monetization policies. But I'm trying to keep it together. Hold on, I'm kind of going off. This is why I don't play good and go for clips and stuff while I try to tell story times. But you know what? I'm not going to lose my train of thought at the end of the video. I'm trying to keep it together right now, just like I was in person then. But I'm like, oh, memorized it how? Where do you even see it? And he's like, oh, it's a paper you had out yesterday, or maybe on your laptop screen. Because I was doing my homework in the laptop, like on my laptop in the library the day before. I'm not going to lie, he might have been right, but I don't think so, because I used to reference my schedule sometimes for classes when they'd be in different rooms and stuff, but I don't know, he's weird. I think he was lying his ass off, found out somehow else, like he was watching me or following me. I might have pulled out my schedule, I don't know. This whole thing, it was just weird, or his answers were weird. There was something I didn't like about. I didn't like anything about this. And he also seemed to like stutter a little bit, wasn't as sure of this answer, so I don't know if I'd caught him up a little bit. But either way, memorizing someone's schedule in one day after seeing it one time should be illegal. Like, bro, it is not okay to be in society, clearly. But, you know, I just kind of brush it off because I don't want him to, like, know I'm catching on to him. And I was like, oh, word, yeah, I feel you. And I go into my class, have class like normal. Hold on, there's a clip here. Oh, dash. Hit marker a 5 on? I think it was a 5 on, right? I don't even know. I'm hitting like all these split 5 ons and quad feeds and stuff. I don't even really like care anymore. But yeah, I go through my whole class normally, but then when I go to leave, I see out the window of the door that bro is still there waiting for me. And I think this was a shorter class. It wasn't one of like my 3-hour ones, I don't think. Like hour and a half or something. But still, an hour and a half, he's still waiting there. Like, come on. And I also genuinely did have to work this day, but this dude's existence and just him creeping on me was getting to me so much, I didn't even care being late. Because who's to say he wouldn't like show up in my work too? He knew where it was after all. So I'm not gonna lie, I had to snitch on bro. I don't even know what I thought it would accomplish. I definitely should have just pressed him, but I didn't want to make him mad. Like, you don't know what some of these crazy weird people, you know? Like, who's to say this wouldn't make him mad? Bro was insane, but I don't know, I felt like this was the safer strategy. So I walked right up to my English professor after class and I was like, hey, can I talk to you? And I told her a summary of all of this, like the important parts of the story, and she looked legitimately concerned, like her eyes were getting bigger. Also, I'm in a terrible spawn trap. Let me get out of here. Let me try to do something. Sorry about the gameplay you guys have been watching. I finished telling her my story a lot quicker than this I've been telling you guys. You know, you guys are getting all the real details. But she goes, oh no, honey, you're gonna need an restraining. But sorry, oh my god, I was in the middle of telling that. Actually, that's not what she said. I just fumbled what she was saying because of that clip opportunity. But she was like, oh no, honey, I think you're gonna need to get a restraining order, I'm afraid. Like, this sounds serious. And she sounded concerned, and I was like, well, that's kind of what I was thinking too, but I've never dealt with anything like that. I kind of just wanted a class to, or like a way to leave class today. Hold on. Telling stories to start. There's like a 6-zone opportunity here. That's a quad feed. Okay, before I get distracted again by the fast-paced gameplay of Bullet while the map is loading, I was like, yeah, I mainly just wanted a way to leave class today and not really have to like worry about him over the weekend, even though I'm sure he'll be back Monday and, you know, even come to my work. She told me she would talk to the dean about it, and I'm not totally sure what the plan was there. Like, maybe he would talk to the kid, or I don't even know. I feel like that would anger him some more, but maybe they were gonna like put him in therapy. Who even knows, dude? What was the plan? I feel like that would anger him more, like that I snitched looking back at it. Hey, another little quad feed times 2 to start the game. Okay. These kids, yeah, clearly, I don't know who's the bigger bot in this lobby, me or them, but nah, they're sweats actually. They're trying their heart out. Look at this. Yeah, that kid was, he was on Atlanta phase. Anyway, or more of a huntsman actually. You know, I'm on a 10 kill streak. Let me drop a quick nuke. Dude, they should have killed me. I should be dead right here. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, the story. Luckily, there is actually a happy ending to all of this. That English professor was genuinely the best, and she told me I had permission to come to class and leave class 10 to 15 minutes early each class, just to avoid him while I figured it out. I died. But yeah, she genuinely wanted to help me out in the situation, so she tells me that I can come to her class even while she's teaching, or her personal office if I need like a safe space to do schoolwork on campus without him being able to find me. And she's also cool enough to walk me out of her class past this kid who's sitting waiting for me, pretending to talk to me about homework or like my project or something. She walked me all the way to one of the other campus's parking lots where I took a shuttle to my car just to avoid this freakazoid. Like, she was that cool about it, and I don't see him at work luckily or over the weekend at all from that Friday. I choked quad head multi. Monday comes back around and I go to the library to do my homework, and I mean, yeah, how'd I know he's gonna be sitting at my table I'd always work at? So, you know, I just go in, I walk right past him like he doesn't exist. I walk by and he puts his hand out to wave to me, but I just keep walking through the front door and just right out the back door. Probably sketchier looking back at it. But I mean, he's a sketch. Who cares how sketchy I look? And I tried going and sitting in my car to do my homework after I saw him there, but the parking was just so hectic at the school. People thought I was like trying to pull out. Did I see a collab on a blast trap for the quad feed? Okay, that was kind of cool. But yeah, people were getting annoyed with me. So I walked to that English class even though it's not my English day, legit while like the students were working, and I knocked on the door and she let me like work on my homework chilling in the back of her class while she taught. I think I was in English 2 at this point, so she was teaching English 1. It doesn't matter. And luckily, I don't see him that day anymore, but the next day is my actual English day, so I know he knows where it is and stuff. He's probably gonna be there. So I show 10. Hold on, can I kill this dude? I can't believe I just got him with a Siren. 73-meter long shot with the pistol. Siren, Siren, I don't know, but the dude is fucking deceased. Damn, this thing gets hit markers at range, huh? And I keep getting like triple hit markers and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't be using SVD. Maybe I should use like a heavy bullet, you know, take more skill. But anyway, I show up 10 to 15 minutes late like she said I could. There was no problems. And I wasn't even going to leave early like she said. You know, I felt like it's kind of rude to get up. I don't know, doesn't it kind of like seem kind of rude to just get up and dip while she's teaching? So I wasn't gonna, but there's like 15-20 minutes left in the class, and she literally says in front of the whole class, she's like, "Oh Matt, it's 12:10, don't you have to leave early?" So I'm like, fuck it, I'll take the opportunity. Wait, am I bugged? Why didn't I get best play there? Was that a final kill? Can you go for trick shots in this? Imagine a little dolphin dive off the side of the map, like 720 or something. And this next speed cap, 999. I don't even know. Do I need to stop getting distracted? Yeah, she lets me leave early, like announces in front of the whole class. So I take the opportunity, and I don't see him at all the next day on Wednesday, luckily. And then on Thursday, it comes around, and it's been over a week at this point since I've been avoiding this kid in person. So I show up late to my English class again. But this class, once again, with like 15-20 minutes left, she calls me out. But instead of like telling me I can leave early like she did the last class, she actually asks if I can stay late. And I'd work after, so it was kind of a force, but she had been hooking me up. So I was like, you know what? No problem. Let me find another lobby real quick. That one was not looking too good. But I stay after class, and my teacher is like giddy with excitement. She lets me know that Brian was waiting for me outside her class again on Tuesday, like the day before. Well, the class before, like 2 days before, you know, like the one she let me leave early. So she just asked him like, "Hey, can I help you with anything?" And he said he was waiting for me and that we were friends and had plans. Like, dude, what do you do? I can't even believe the audacity. What a nut job, right? My teacher came in so clutch, and she replied, she's like, "Oh no, I think he actually transferred out of this class, huh? Like, I think Matt finished his program. He's going to a different college." And I was in a program that you would like start at a community college, but then you'd transfer to a state school. It would save a lot of money. And she basically lied to this kid, which I don't even know, can she do that as a professor? But she said I transferred out of that whole college. And because of that, he literally actually believed her, and he stopped. Like, this is kind of the end of the story. That's basically it. There's a few closing details, but he basically stopped just right then and there. Hold on, a little spawn rush real quick. Missing, but hold on. Oh, 6 on. What the? Dude, I just pulled up my scoreboard. I think I said a 6 on times 3, but pulled up my scoreboard in the middle. What was that? Kill chain. Okay, 8 kills. What the hell? That was like the worst clip I've ever hit. That was actually like standards wise one of the best clips I've ever hit, but I mean SVD and bullet definitely makes it not one of the, and iron sight, but and like the bot lobby. But why'd I pull up like my scoreboard in the middle? What even happened? That was a, oh my god, I just hit another 6 on, but that was a triple ending hit or triple ending 6 on him. Dude, I'm speaking gibberish. Hold on, I think I gotta put it on FMJ. That was a triple ending 6 on hit marker with SVD. Actually, I have FMJ on. What the hell? Okay, let me put on a red dot sight then. I have an extra attachment anyway. And I've already hit a clip with the iron sight, but what the hell? That's 2 triple hit markers, I think, now. But yeah, that's basically the story. Like I said, though, there is some closing details. But yeah, I guess he believed her, or found a new target, or went back to Jared or something, because I deadass never even saw him on campus again, which was one of my major concerns, because then he'd know she was lying, maybe even get mad at her. Like, I don't know, you know, I don't want her to get in trouble, lose her job or whatever, even though technically she said she thought. But yeah, I never saw him in the library or parking lot or anything. I even started like parking back in my actual spot after like 2 weeks. Probably dumb, but I still to this day haven't even seen him in person. It's been like 6 years, so knock on wood. Oh my god, that could have been a fucking quad. Did I hit marker that? I don't think so. I saw a red hit marker. But I actually ended up transferring colleges like a semester or 2 later. And then Quarantine happened. That was a triple ending 6 on hit marker too. If I hit marker another triple ending 6 on with this SVD, like, I need to use a bullet, I think. Damn. And then after I transferred, COVID and quarantine happened. Shout out Tory Lanez, but I stopped going to class in person and I stopped seeing him all together. And I think my brain like suppressed this memory because I forgot all about it. Alright guys, Necca from months later here, and I recorded this video months ago, but because it was so long, not gonna lie, I've been too lazy to edit it. But apparently there was something else major that I forgot as well, so I decided to hop in a little game of FFA real quick, see if I can hit a trick shot for this video as well, because it had a bunch of sniper clips. Pretty good looking lobby right now if I can hit my shots. These kids look to be very bot-like. Oh my god, get off me. Get off me. There we go. But yeah, what I forgot is that he actually... Oh my god, moonshot medal. Okay, that was a crazy long shot, but what I forgot is he actually started messaging me again 2 months later during the summer before my next semester there, like while I was on break. And I have no idea what he said because he messaged me for like 4 months straight without me replying. Ooh, little jump shot. But he especially started blowing me up in September, like once the new semester started. Definitely because of my Facebook, it still said I was at that community college. Where's this kid? Huh. Jump shot's going crazy. But yeah, it didn't say I was at the one I transferred to, but... Dude, there's no fucking way I replied again. Like, I legit deserve everything that happened to me in this, looking back at it, just for not telling this kid to pound sand. Like, what? Why was I even entertaining this after all this? I honestly thought he was special needs and also had the potential to do, like, some killer shit, like you'd see in a Netflix documentary type shit, you know? And I wasn't trying to have someone acting out me getting taken in the woods and then who knows what, so. I legit replied again the next semester in September. And he must have replied to a post I made selling shoes or something that day, because he was asking what shoes I had. Well, I think he was, judging by my reply. I actually told him which ones I was selling and that we could meet, tomorrow. Like, why would I ever even... I don't think I was ever actually going to meet him, though. I don't know. Please clown me in the comments, dude. I don't know what the fuck I was on. Like I said, I don't think I ever actually planned on it, or he was broke as a joke, because I said 200 each. And then he proceeded to blow me up for like almost 4 more months without me replying. And that's the actual end of my communication with him. I legit did not remember that part. So yeah, no clue what those messages said, but probably his old one he has defaulted to. What was it? It was like, hey, can we talk? But yeah, now I'm going to cut to the conclusion, or if I had a shot this game, I'll pop that up. I recorded a few days after the part you just watched. I know it's confusing because this video is like 4 different recording sessions, but it's to fill in details and the actual stories in chronological order. I'm getting a nice little lead up. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. If I had a shot, you'll see that. But if not, I'll cut to the conclusion now. Okay, so it's a few days later and I realized I never properly concluded that story with where he's at today. So I guess he deactivated his Facebook or got banned probably, or who knows, maybe he even blocked me, but I don't care. But yeah, that's why I couldn't see his messages or anything. Oh shit, I need to turn on my graphics again. Hold on. And I don't even have game audio, but... There's a 6 on to start this new playing session, and okay. Oh, and then we got gold too. Okay, I don't even have my settings right or anything, but yeah, I just looked him up before recording this video, and he had transferred to a different community college and restarted a new associate's degree and something else. So who knows what bro got going on, honestly. And he's also busting his ass as a dishwasher and busboy at a local restaurant / bar, pub, you know, American food type deal. And I don't even remember if I knew this kid's age at the time or said it during the story at all. I actually don't think I did, because honestly, I don't even remember it being something I knew or even cared about. I just didn't want to deal with him, but he could have been my age. I'm 25 right now, or even 1 to 2 years older, like that kid Jared I met him through or kind of knew him through. But no, he wasn't even the same age as that kid Jared I was pressing about prom girl. He's 4 years older than me, so right now he's 29 years old. So yeah, with where he's at in life, bro isn't exactly killing it, but you know, I'm not one to judge. Live life at your own pace and all that, but man, it just makes so much sense looking back at it. And I also forgot the next semester after the situation, I was still at this community college. So I guess this whole story I just told was actually 2 semesters before COVID. I know I said 1 to 2 before. Oh no, wait, Jay Shy is in this game. I know Jay Shy. But yeah, the next semester I had a chemistry lab with guess who? Not Brian, but it was actually Jared. And I remember just thinking that Jared was kind of weird himself from what I knew about him in the past. Obviously, those messages that started this whole story. But I remember him not being that weird or that bad or anything in class. Like, I think I got partnered up with him one time, and I mean, it wasn't half bad. Later in the semester, though, after this story that I'm about to tell, it's kind of like a sequel or part 2, except I didn't get stalked. But to that story I just told, the big, long main story of this video. Dude, what am I doing? This thing is so dumb. I just did a 6 on or 5 on or I don't even know, this explosive bow disc launcher thing. we would have breaks in the middle of these classes because this was like my long seminar type one. It was 3 hours long. So during the break, I was going to the bathroom and this kid Jared was at the stall right next to me. And I remember I knew who he was from class 1, but like I didn't really want to say anything. I don't know, this whole situation was over and I didn't want to bring more attention to it. And holy shit, nice trophy system, buddy. Literally cannot. Dude, can I get another hit marker, please? I would just love that game. Please bless me with another. Oh, thank you. I was just looking for that, actually. Hold on. Let me. One more, please. Oh, but no. Keep giving. Oh, that doesn't even hit marker. Okay. You know, maybe this will be the one. Hey, we got him. But yeah, that kid was right next to me. I didn't want to ask him about Brian. I don't even think he recognized me. And I was like, you know what? This is a weird place to do it. But then after I go take a piss at the urinal, I go to the sink after to wash my hands. And something that SoaR wouldn't do. If you know, you know. Bro, does this thing have like no damage against Flak Jacket? Holy shit, Flak Jacket is OP compared. I can't even get the kill off. There we go. But yeah, this kid's next to me there too, so I want to ask him there, but still kind of weird because there's other people in the bathroom. Even though it's a sink, I'm like, damn, I'm going to have to ask him after class. So I walk out of the bathroom, break isn't even over yet, so I go over to the vending machine to get me some Doritos. Comment the best ones, by the way. But who gets in line behind me? Who would it be besides Jared? Come on. Hello? What is going... Okay. But yeah, it's just me and him at this point, so I finally ask him like, yo, like, you're Jared, right? Like, random question, but hey, do you know this kid Brian? Maybe I asked it weird, but he was a little too casual with it. Like, that should have been weirder than it was, but he was like, oh yeah, that kid's a massive weirdo. Tried to stalk me before, huh? And I was like, what? Like, he just walked away after he got his Pop-Tart from the vending machine. Hold on, I'm going off. I feel like one of the fucking Ninja Turtles with a skateboard right now. I feel like SoaR, dropping him again. 2 SoaR name drops in 1 minute should be criminal, but yeah, he was a little too casual. Like, he just got his Pop-Tart, didn't ask any questions about who I was, or like, why was I asking him that, or how did I know Brian? Like, I have no idea why I'd impress that situation. Like, how do you casually just drop that someone stalked you like that? And I don't know, he didn't even tweak. He wasn't like confused about randomly being asked about his stalker by another stranger. Like, did he think anything of? I don't even know. But then that kid actually ended up dating my best friend's girl after they broke up. Like, Jared dated my best friend's girl, and I remember my boy didn't fuck with him because of that, obviously, but oh my god, I'm going off. 5 on. But yeah, I couldn't let my boy feel too bad because I knew that Jared was down bad paying for feed pics like the year before, or trying to. Pretty sure that's what it was. Like I said, details might be a little off, but oh, easy clip right here. Watch this. But yeah, I'm not the one to gossip about relationships or anything like that. I hope they were happy, all that. But hey, you can't unask to buy feed pics, so think before you send that DM, okay? But on that note, I think that's absolutely everything I could say about this story. Oh, actually, this doesn't really have anything to do with the story, but it's kind of a sequel to that story. You know, you guys will think it's funny, and I'll just finish up this game real quick. It's been long enough, you know, I've been yapping for like, oh my god, I've been recording for over an hour now. Throughout all the different recording sessions of this video. Holy shit, a little quad feed. I think I got split by a teammate. I don't know how long this video is going to be when I cut it down. I feel like most of the things I've said are pretty important to the story, so it literally could be like an hour-long video. If you've watched this long, you're a real one, drop a comment and let me know, and especially let me know if you guys want to see more story times in BO7, but I got a lot more from like high school and stuff. Here, let me try out this nail gun class loadout though. I was using the melees the past few games, and I think I'm trying to level up like all my guns right now. I don't hop on BO6 very much anymore, but I decided to for the story time, and I have a bunch of these specials and stuff. So while I grind these out, I'll tell you guys something funny I saw on Facebook, which actually was what reminded me to even tell this story. Basically, this girl I went to high school with, who's like a year younger than me. Also, what are these spawns right now? I don't know, it's fine, we're all adults, it doesn't even matter that she's younger than me. But she posted something on Facebook about doing anything to afford Ariana Grande tickets. Let me know why bro commented, and he was like, oh, you gotta, I can't even talk, sorry, I'm going off, I'm getting like a 5 on, or I'm on a Ruthless, but he's like, oh, you gotta find some desperate guys on Feet Finder. Like, bro, have some shame, brother. How do you even know that site? And like, I don't know, don't publicly admit to that. Like, maybe they're friends, I don't know. She replied with some laughing emojis, but I know bro's truth. This isn't even about the stalker now. I'm just ranting while I'm getting like, dude, that was literally like a 7 on or some shit. That was a split 5 on times. What am I doing? I don't even, that was like my best clip I've ever hit. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm on a okay, well, I just beat the game, and I unlocked gold. Perfect way to end the video. Drop a like for that. Oh my god. Now, for real though, likes on the video help me out more than you know, as well as a comment. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the story. Ask me any details about it or anything like that, or let me know stories you guys want to see in the future. It doesn't have to be COD related or anything. Like, obviously, this is an IRL story, and I have a bunch of good ones from when I was in high school. I was a dumb high school kid, and obviously, I'm not trying to self-snitch on myself, but I don't know, I'm a good person, I'd like to think. I don't want to totally present myself like that, but everyone kind of has that side to them. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, I want to do more of these videos in the future. If you watched all the way to the end, you're a real one. And yeah, I will catch you guys next video or next stream if you're an even realer one than the real ones who watched all the way to the end. As I'm going off, oh my god, yeah, this is a perfect time to end the video. Drop a like for that. Peace out, everyone. Necca out.